So before we start our meditation, anytime, in Saj Yoga, we call this as Bandhan. What it really means is that we take the time to recognize this most loving, benevolent, nourishing energy within us called as Kundalini. And because of her loving, nourishing nature, if you already don't know, it is this energy that nourishes our entire parasympathetic system, entire autonomous nervous system, nourishing as well as healing. So we call this energy as mother, and we address her as Mother Kundalini. By saying mother, we recognize her nourishing and loving nature every second within all of us. So before we meditate, we recognize her presence because it is our Mother Kundalini that is going to take us into the state of meditation. It's a very important thing to know that we don't do anything. What we actually attempt to do is let go so that Mother Kundalini can take over. Because she is the one who is capable of taking us into that state of silence, which is the goal of meditation. So with that, we recognize her, we bow our head down into the core of our being, into the sacrum bone at the end of our spinal cord. Recognize her presence. And then before we move our hands, express our intense desire for her to come to the top of our head, by which we get our union with the all-pervading energy through the last energy center, the top of our head. So we express that desire for her to take over. And we do that with the movement of the hands for two things. First, the hands guide our attention before we go deeper into the state of meditation. We use our hands so they guide our attention. Secondly, for those of you who have been feeling this flow of energy called as vibrations, the vibrations are already flowing in our hands if our Kundalini is awakened, and we use these vibrations as an invitation for the mother to come to the top of our head. With that, so I'll show you how we move the hands. The left hand, the left side, and the left channel is the expression of our desire. So we express our desire by moving our left hand through this entire process to the top of our head, starting from the end of our sacrum bone where she resides. The right hand is the hand of action, expresses our power of action. So we move the right hand. I will show it to you here. Inside to out at each energy center. Okay, and we start that from the base. Because Mother Kundalini is between the first energy center and the second energy center, we start with the second energy center, attention on Mother Kundalini, and then we move the second, and then the third, then the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. And when we come here, as you see in the diagram, we kind of tie a knot. Here we are tying a knot of our energy with the all-pervading energy. We are also tying a knot of our attention with the divine attention. So that is one time. The second time we do the same thing, except we tie two knots. And the third time we tie three knots. It's basically signifying our connection with the all-pervading energy. So we do this now. Let's all do it together 3 times. All of our attention on our sacrum bone at the end of our spinal cord. all of our loving attention, respect, and gratitude to this energy within us. And we raise our left hand and circle the right hand over the left hand. First center, second center, third, which is actually the fourth, and then the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh, and tie a knot. Bend your head in respect as you tie the knot. And then the second time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 knots. Third time, 3 knots. Now, this is a confirmation that we are connected to the all-pervading energy around us, and we are ready for our meditation. The second is called, this is called the raising of the Kundalini. The second part of the Bandhan is where we move our right hand from our left side over to the top of our head and then to the right, and then bring it from right to over to the left. This is Bandhan, means protection. This is a protection that we are giving around ourselves to avoid any distractions, internal or external, from that might distract us from this meditation. And it is also a way of balancing our energy center, our energies from our left side to the right side and right side to the left side. So trying to bring that balance before meditation. So we can do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can put your attention on the top of your head and the center of your palm and all the fingertips. And observe the change in the state of your mind, in the energy flow in your hands after this bandhan. When we refer to the top of the head, it is the soft spot on our head, the soft spot that we all have when we are babies, the fontanelle bone area, because the yoga happens through that soft spot. So that is the bandhan, and I hope for those of you who are doing it first time, that was helpful. If you have any questions about bandhan, you can raise your hand and we can clear it out before we move forward. If there are no questions, then we can move to the foot soak.
Thank you, Fanny, for that beautiful explanation of the meaning behind raising our Mother Kundalini and taking the Bandhan. I don't see any questions, so I think we can proceed with the foot soak.
So in front of you, you're seeing the foot soak slide. For those of you who are new, foot soak is a technique that we use to cleanse our chakras, which are subtle and inside, just like the way we cleanse our body on the outside through a regular shower. Foot soak is the internal cleanse. It cleanses the energy flow in our nervous system. And so here, this foot soak is a very nice connection topic to what we are going to discuss later. So I will probably talk about a few of those topics, and then we can go into foot soak. So in the foot soak, we use the 5 elements, use of the 5 elements to cleanse our chakras and channels and the entire nervous system. This body is made up of the 5 elements and responds to those elements, which we will go later in the next topic. For now, we understand that our body is made up of 5 elements and it responds to the 5 elements outside of us. And those 5 elements are air, water, fire, light, and ether is the sky element. So the way we do the foot soak, we have a tub of water filled, which is either cold or cold meaning slightly cooler than normal temperature, or warm, which is slightly warmer than normal temperature. And whether you decide on cool water or warm water depends on how our stomach is. If that day we have low energy, low on the left side, we take a warm water. If we need more clearance on the right side, if we had a very hectic, busy day, we take cool water to cool down the right side. And you'll know that later as you progress. For now, you can take lukewarm water, but just sharing that the temperature of the water also plays in cleansing our channels. We put salt to signify the earth element. And when we put salt in the water, it becomes salt water. That also signifies the ocean, the aspect of the ocean. And then we light a candle in front of us for both heat, which is the fire, and then the light. And then there is air and the ether all around us. With these 5 elements, we are going to clear our chakras. Once we put the salt, we give the vibrations to the water with our right hand, and we can pray inside to our Mother Kundalini to give vibrations to this water so that it becomes as powerful as the ocean and cleanse all our chakras and channels. With that prayer, we will put both our feet in the water. You can look at the candle if it is already in front of you. If not, we can look at Shri Mataji's Bindi. So in front of us, we have Shri Mataji's photo. Watching Shri Mataji's Bindi without blinking as much as we can clears our attention, reduces our thoughts, and helps us settle down and reach that silence so we can continue with our foot soak. So you can look at either Shri Mataji's Bindi as a focal point or the flame of the candle. Let's put both our hands to the Mother Earth. By putting both our hands to the Mother Earth, we are giving her the permission to absorb all imbalances in our subtle system, in our entire subtle system. And putting our hands to the Mother Earth is also our gesture of offering our gratitude for everything she gives to us. Here we can pray, Mother Earth, to remove any imbalances, blockages in our energy flow, in our thought process, in our mental understanding, into the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is very much connected to our first energy center. Feel the connection with the Mother Earth. Attention on the entire Mother Earth and taking your attention to the center of the Mother Earth. We'll now bring our left hand on our lap, right hand towards the Mother Earth. Here we clear our left channel. In this position, our attention is on the left hand because we are seeking energy coming into the left channel through the left hand and going out through the right hand into the Mother Earth, cleansing the entire left channel. Here we can pray, Mother Kundalini, please take away the imbalances in my left channel. All the effects of my past experiences that is weighing down on the left channel. All the memories that are hurtful, please take away their effects into the Mother Earth. Please clear this entire left channel. Any guilt from the past, we want to let go into the Mother Earth. Like give ourselves complete freedom from our past. For 1 minute, put your attention on the fontanel bone area and the center of your left palm and the right hand fingers. and let the process work. We'll bring our right hand now back on the lap, and we'll get ready to clear our right channel. The left hand is towards the ether. Our goal by clearing our left side and right side is to come to the present moment. This process of clearing the left and right makes us easier to recognize the present moment, to stay in the present moment, and to feel its presence fully. So now we are clearing the right side, and the right channel takes the pressure about our fears, anxiety about the future. Future can be this evening, tomorrow, next year, or further out, whatever we are capable of thinking, right? So we want to let go of all of that pressure, thoughts that are unconsciously accumulated and weighing down. We may not know, but unconsciously, that is something that is weighing us down. We want to give ourselves complete freedom from anything that may happen in the future because it is yet to come. And there is no point playing out all the different scenarios. So we give ourselves complete freedom from thinking, assessing, analyzing, or being anxious about the future and anything in the future. So here we pray, Mother Kundalini, please cleanse our right channel, my right channel, of all the impacts of futuristic thinking and any heat that is generated from overactivity. Let go of the future right now so we can focus on the present moment. Attention on the center of the right palm. Fountain elbow here, the soft spot. And the left hand, the entire left hand. And let Mother Kundalini take over. Bring our left hand back on our lap. Both hands on our lap. Our goal is to become aware of the present, where there is no effect of the past or the future. The present moment doesn't know anything. That's where I want to be. Keep your attention on the center of the fountain and bone area and center of both the palms and the fingertips. Mother Kundalini, please cleanse and open my center channel. Please remove all the imbalances in all my chakras and channels.
Excuse me, Fanny. Your voice is fading a little bit. So if you could
Through
repeat
this,
that, please.
yeah, please clear my center channel. Any imbalances that are still lingering, please take all of them away through this fontanel bone area, also called as Brahmarandhra. It is the opening that connects us to the higher power. Brahmarandhra is a Sanskrit word which means the gate to the higher power. The Brahma is the all-pervading divine energy. We cannot put our left hand on our liver. The liver is in the right side of the lower abdomen and sometimes indicates the heat in our subtle system. So here we can put our left hand on our liver and ask Mother Kundalini to take away all the heat into this water and cool down the liver. Mother Kundalini, please cool down my liver. Please take away all the heat from the right side that has accumulated in my liver. Left hand back on our lap. We can all observe our state, flow of the energy in both the hands, and also to see if we're feeling any movement on our top of our head, the fontanel bone area. We can thank our Mother Kundalini for this cleansing foot soak. And now we can rinse our feet with the fresh mug of water we have on the side. And then we'll all take a bandhan together. can put this water aside and then rinse it off in the toilet after we are done with our meditation. You can wipe your feet, make them dry. It's really cold and snowing where we are here in Ohio. So I hope you're all able to feel better after the foot soak and ready for our meditation.
And funny, you mentioned Bandhan, are we taking it now or towards the end?
We'll take it towards the end.
Sounds good. And we hope everyone enjoyed the clearing of both the channels and were able to touch the silence, meditating on the center channel. That is the channel of the ascent, where all the magic awaits us. And we can now proceed with the second part of the program today, where we learn about the 5 elements and how to use each of the elements to clear our chakras, followed by Srimatiji's speech about the elements. So Fanny, shall we roll with the slide deck? Okay. All right, so we will start here.
Yeah. So today's topic is chakras and the elements. I think we've been talking about it. You must have, those who are coming to the side room, must have heard about the connection of the elements to our chakras, and primarily through foot soak, right? Today we will summarize all of them, just focusing on those elements today. So the first element that we will talk about is the Mother Earth. As we've talked about in foot soak, and we do it regularly also, Mother Earth is the root and support of our life. And our first energy center is the root and support of our subtle system. So the first energy center is cleansed through the Mother Earth. It is nourished with the connection of the Mother Earth. It is enlightened. Its subtle qualities are enlightened with the loving grace of the Mother Earth. So on the gross side, on the physical side, Mother Earth nourishes us and gives us this power of gravity by which the life is able to sustain. When that quality of Mother Earth is fully awakened in our first energy center, the subtle nature of gravity gets awakened within us. The subtle nature of gravity in human beings is the power of attraction. Attraction, not in the gross way, but to be able to, the magnetic personality that draws everyone by their virtues and their character. And that comes from the strength of our first energy center. So it is very important for us to always maintain that connection with our Mother Earth, have her in our attention, offer our gratitude, and ask her to strengthen our subtle system through the first energy center, just like she provides everything to us for the gross physical body. The way to connect with Mother Earth is sitting on the grass. We can, whenever there is a chance and an opportunity, it is always a good idea to sit on the grass or Mother Earth. And when we sit, we are so naturally made that the first energy center actually connects with the Mother Earth. That is the beauty, that it's already there for us. And just pray for those qualities that we just talked about. Just like we saw in Futsu, Mother Earth also has the ability to absorb everything and anything from our left side. Any imbalance in the left side, she will take it into her and find itself so we can be cleansed. So we can all do this now. Again, simply recognize Mother Earth on the outside and recognize her presence in our first energy center and feel her presence in our left side by putting our right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand on our lap. Focus on the first energy center. The way we do it, always our attention starts from the fontanel bone area and then the first energy center, the center of the left hand, and the center of the right hand. We have the capacity to spread our attention at multiple places at the same time. We observe the flow of energy from the left hand into the right hand. And here we will pray, Mother Earth, please cleanse our first energy center. Give us gravity in our personality. Keep us grounded in our virtues. Please give us patience, tolerance, and the capacity to love unconditionally. These qualities of Mother Earth, patience, tolerance, unconditional love, is what makes us the charismatic person, ability to attract, the magnetic personality. We'll now move on to the next element, which is the fire. The fire element helps clear our second energy center. And the second energy center has the subtle element of the fire within us. Which means, what does fire do? Burn out everything on the outside. Burn anything. The subtle quality of this fire element in our second energy center burns out anything and everything that is not good for our essence. So it burns out all our impure desires. It burns out all the imbalances, all our false assumptions, any false knowledge we have accumulated. As the second energy center gets cleared out, the subtle element of fire gets active in our second energy center and starts cleansing from within. Its nature is to burn out anything that is bad within us, is the cleansing. And on the outside, we use a candle to clear our any channel on the left side, any imbalance on the left side can be cleared with a candle. Imbalance in the left side sometimes, if it gets deeper, freezes the left side. And we want to provide some heat to bring a balance to the frozen left side. What does frozen left side mean? It means that left side is a symbol for desire. Frozen left side means there's no desire.
Bunny, I'm sorry to interrupt. Could you speak up a little bit? I think the voice is fading.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the frozen left side means that our desires take a back seat, especially the pure desires. The desire to be better, the desire to be the best of ourselves takes a back seat. And so we clear our left side also with the fire element. So you will see this most like a candle. There are different ways of clearing the left side with a candle. The one we will go over here is by placing our left hand on the candle. Left hand, either you can put it towards the candle and you can place it on the top of the candle so that it touches, the heat actually touches the hand, but not enough to, burn us. You just want to feel like, probably at this stage, as we meditate more and more, we realize that the elements outside will respond to our actions and desires. There will be a harmony between the elements outside and the elements inside our chakras. For example, if you put your hand above the fire, like above the candle like this, if there are any imbalances in our left hand, the candle flame will try to come up to clear meaning to burn that negativity, that which we cannot see with our eyes. And when everything is clear, even if you take your hand closer to the candle, you will not feel the heat. It's a very beautiful thing to see, and I would encourage you to try it at home. So if those of you who have a candle, we can try this for a minute, is to put our left hand on the candle and right hand on your lap. Or you can put it on the Mother Earth also. And you can pray to the light, to the candle, to the heat, to cleanse our left side. You can move your hand in a clockwise direction along the flame, so the entire hand gets the heat. Attention on the fontanel bone area. The heat on the left side. The light and the fire element within us. And say, Mother Kundalini, please burn away anything and everything that is against my ascent, that is not serving me good within me. Please cleanse my left channel and the second energy center with this element of fire. That is how we use the fire element to clear our left side, provide some heat. That's the way to heat up the left side, to bring it back into balance. The third one is the water, and we just did a foot soak. So the best way to use water element is to soak our feet in a salt water, or if you have the wonderful opportunity to stay by a water body like a running river or ocean, it's always a good idea to go put your feet as shown in the picture, because there we have access to all the 5 elements. We have the salt, Mother Earth, water, air, sky, and the light from the sun. So all 5 elements are available in the nature for us. So we can do the same foot soak anytime we have access to a larger water body. Water cleanses all, the foot soak actually cleanses the 3 chakras, the first, second, and the third. Water element also cleanses the entire right side. So if we have overactive right side, or a very hectic schedule, or futuristic by nature, foot soak definitely helps bring balance into the left side, into the right side. The other way we can use the water element is to actually give vibrations to the water we drink every day. By putting our hand on the water before we drink it, we give it positive vibrations. And drinking that water with positive vibrations clears our third energy center and the right channel. So it also, the entire right channel is driven by our liver. And so drinking vibrated water clears the liver, keeps the liver clean. Since we just did a foot soak, we are not going to use the water element. We've already used it, and that is how we use the water to clear our lower 3 chakras and also the right side. Now we go to the air element on the 4th energy center. The air element also helps clear the right side and the 4th energy center, which is the heart chakra. Have you ever, do you remember that when anybody is stressed or something unexpected happens, we advise them to say, take a deep breath. Stop and take a deep breath. Why do we say that? Take a deep breath so you calm down. Because the air element controls and calms down our 4th energy center, which is the heart chakra. When we when we take deep breaths, we automatically reduce that anxiety. We meaning the air has the capacity to reduce that anxiety, because the air element drives the energy flow in the heart chakra. So taking deep, slow breaths during meditation, or anytime you feel like you're a little bit stressed, constricted, clears off your stress, of your mind, and also brings the heart chakra into balance. So we have the confidence to deal with anything that is in front of us. So we can do that all right now. Put our right hand on our heart chakra and then take few deep breaths in Fill the lungs with air and let go. And hold for as long as you can. Feel the presence of air in our heart and let go. When you let go, hold for as long as you can before you take the breath in. And when we do this, our attention is on the fontanelle bone area, the soft spot. It's a good idea to get into the practice of leaving our attention there on the soft spot where the magic happens. And the chakra where we are focusing on here is the fourth energy center. Let's do this couple of times. Attention on the fontanelle bone area and the heart chakra. Breathe in, hold as long as you can. Breathe out, long exhale, hold as long as you can. And find the silence in the time when you hold. Notice there is no thought when you hold, in or out. Really long exhales are a very good way to find that silence. Now we will move on to the next element, which is the ether governing our Vishuddhi, the fifth energy center. Ether meaning everything above the earth, the sky, and everything in between. It governs our fifth energy center. On the subtle side, ether helps us get connected to each other. Through our attention, through our vibrations, through our spirit, through our kundalini. All of these connect through the magical element of ether. Our attention can travel to the other end of the world in no time through this ether that is within us. We can look at the sky, focus on our attention, focus on our fifth energy center, and clear it. Just focus looking at the sky, attention on the top of the head and the fifth energy center, and let the process work out with a sincere desire to manifest this quality of ether within us and to clear the fifth energy center. Today, the Srimataji's lecture that we will listen talks about this fifth energy center. After we are done, so we can move on to the next one. Here, we use the candle for fire. We also use the same candle for its light element. So the light element, the source of light is the sun for the entire earth. And today is a very nice day to talk about this light element, which is the blessing of the sun. Today is the day According to Indian traditions, the sun moves from the southern hemisphere, makes the movement, positive movements to the northern hemisphere. And those of us who are in the Western countries, we notice that the days get brighter starting mid-January. So today is a nice day to welcome the sun into our lives, those of us who are here, and pay respect to the light element that sustains us and also that has its place in our Ajna chakra in the sixth energy center. So the way we use the light to clear our Ajna, we can look at the sun and put our face our Ajna, the left and the front of the Ajna towards the sun, focus on its light element and focus on the subtle light element that exists in our Ajna and cleanse our Ajna that way. Another way we can do is take the same candle and we can put the candle at the level of the Ajna and just let the light element clear our Ajna chakra. We can also pray, Father Kundalini, please enlighten my Ajna through this light element. Please awaken the subtle nature of the light within me. So those are the two ways we can clear our Ajna. And so that brings us to the end of our 5 elements and how they're related to the chakras, how we use them to clear our chakras, and how we use them to awaken the subtle nature of the same 5 elements within us. We will now listen to Srimatiji's speech, which is 5 minutes, and she talks primarily on the ether element in this lecture. After the lecture, we will send the link where she talks about all the 5 elements, and you can listen at your own time. We will now close our eyes, attention on the top of our head, and this lecture is only 5 minutes. We will tell ourselves that we will not leave the fontanel bone area. Our attention is stationed there and also on the center of both the palms as we imbibe the message from Srimatiji's talk.
I told you about the vibrations. What is it? What does it stand for? And how you get the subtle energy which we call as Tanmatra of our light, Tejas, of water, Jal and Prithvi, Agni. But I didn't tell you of one, very special one, which is in English language you call it ether. But ether is the energy which is managed by another Tanmatra, we call it Akash. Firstly, we have to tell ourselves now, don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, 4 times. And then you can rise above. And this is very important. In meditation, you have to go beyond the mind. Don't pay attention to others. Don't react. Just don't react. Everything they will see, they'll react. What is the need? What is the use? What are you going to do with that reaction? This reaction creates nothing but ripple of thoughts in your mind. I have told you hundreds of times. And now you have to become absolutely thoughtless. Then only this Akash Tattva in you will work. And how it works? Through your attention. It works with me, as you know. With my attention, I work out many things. How? Just my attention has become thoughtless. Just thoughtless. It goes wherever it goes, it works. But if you put your attention for thought all the time, for thinking, then it doesn't do the work that it is supposed to do. Attention works marvelously if you are thoughtless, otherwise it does. So it has to rise from your own self, then from others, to the higher level of humanity, where you are in communication with the sky, which we can call it as the tanmatra, or the essential or the essence of ether. With ether, you can have television, you can have telephone. It's a miracle otherwise. But with this tanmatra, sitting down here, you can do the job. It works. Just attention works. I know that. I think that is the first thing. Once you have, no problem. But we start manifesting from the earth element, then from the Agni element, then from the Jala element, and then we come to Tejas, that the face starts shining. But lastly we get this thoughtless awareness by which our attention is absolutely free to do some special work. But if you are all the time thinking, then for this attention is so busy, so very busy. You don't have to ask me then, Mother, please pay attention. You can pay attention and you can work it out. In this attention, you don't feel what you bought, what you are standing, what you are wearing, what others are doing. No, nothing. You are one with yourself. And it's a life full of humor. So much humor. So much of joy. So much of happiness. That you don't care for anything that normally people care for.
Let us fall down to that silence. Just 2 more minutes. Absorbing that peace into our being, allowing it to settle down, become part of us. Allowing this freedom in our attention. free from thought. Let us thank our Mother Kundalini, our Guru Sri Mataji, for giving us this pure knowledge about ourselves, about all the elements in this universe and their presence within us. Let us thank our Mother Kundalini for her loving presence, for granting us this peace, opening the door to the heaven that exists within us. Let us offer this gratitude from the bottom of our hearts. With that, we raise our Kundalini and give ourselves a Bandhan. That sense of gratitude, we move our hands, tying this knot to keep us connected rest of the day. Give ourselves a Bandhan to keep us protected from any distractions from external or internal. Thank you all for joining. Hope this session was helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand and ask.
Thank you, Fani and Suita. This was beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mati. I'm so happy that you've been joining our sessions and that you enjoyed today's session.
Yes, very beautiful. Thank you. And God bless everyone.
Thank you, and best wishes to you and everyone who attended today. And thank you,
very
Fanny,
much.
for the blissful overview. And thank you, Jamie.
Thank
So
you, everyone.
a couple of logistical things. We will send out the recording of today's session, and you can review it again if you'd like. And if we can promise ourselves to free our attention, as Srimataji described towards the end of the speech. And practically, we can be meditating throughout the day, anytime. The elements are all around us. So whenever we feel frazzled or attacked by the constant chatter of the mind or any stressful situations, we can take the help of any one or all of the elements, wherever you are, even if you're in a meeting at work, for example, or talking to someone, you can keep your attention on the heart chakra and take the deep breaths, for example. You can have in your attention that the sky is all around you, that divine energy is connected with your inner energy. You can sit on Mother Earth when the weather gets warmer. You can drink vibrated water, and you can ask the sun to also energize your channels and free up your Agya chakra. So practically, you could be in connection with the elements any time of your choice. So let us be grateful and leverage all the help that we have. Each 24-hour increment is a blessing in our life. So let's soak in the bliss, and we hope you enjoyed today's session. Thank you all for joining. Sorry we ran a few minutes late, but we're more than happy to take questions if you have any.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just have a logistical question. I mean, well, I just want to thank you both so very much. Yeah, everything you share, it just absolutely 100% resonates with me, and I'm happy for your friendship. And the logistical question is, will the transcript be available to this video recording? It would be helpful because, as you know, there were periods where unfortunately Fani's message was distorted. And that was so, I mean, I know I picked up everything I needed to, of course, that Sri Mataji is in charge, the mother is in charge. But I took some notes, and to reflect on your experience and understanding would only be an added blessing if the transcript is available.
Absolutely, Kathy. It's wonderful to see you, first of all. And
Yes,
thank you for sharing
yes.
your loving thoughts. And that's actually a great idea. It's probably on everyone's mind. The audio sometimes cuts in and out, and that happened on my side also. So we will see if we can upload the video with the transcript or the closed captions coming up with the speaking part. We'll definitely look into that. That's a great suggestion.
Wonderful. In any event, more to come, more to come. Thank you so, so very much.
You are most welcome, and thank you to Shrimataji for giving us this eternal gift and for bringing us all together. Like Fani and I didn't know that we were going to be paired up in today's session, and it was a treat to hear. And
Oh, yeah.
yes, the spontaneity.
Wonderful.
Yes, yes. So let's enjoy the elements and
Thank
look
you.
forward to more.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you,
blessed
Anna.
week.
Blessed day. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Fanny, for making the time for us. And thank you all for joining. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Sweta. Thank you for hosting.
My pleasure. We'll chat soon.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shrimataji. So there is, so we'll wait for the participants to exit, and then there's some logistical pieces.